Dasharatha and Ram, the relation obviously we all know. So King Dasharatha sends out Ram, who is in a way the next CEO of the company or the kingdom, and for a personal issue that he has had. So does that reconcile? Can a leader now today do something like that? That somebody who is going to succeed him as a CEO is sending him to exile for so long. Not good for the company, right?
But what is the Ramayana situation? Let's understand that. Ramayana में क्या हुआ है कि Raja Dashrath has called his entire sabha and has asked everybody who they want, whether they agree or not, Sri Ram should be the Raja. Yeah. So it is not as if one day Dashrath woke up and said Sri Ram will be the Raja. No, no. He calls a sabha, an assembly, and he proposes Sri Ram's name. And he says, do you agree? So the citizens, the Samantas, they all say, ha ha ha, we agree. Dashrath says, no, no. Just because I propose, you don't have to agree. If you genuinely believe Ram is right to take over the Simhasan from me, tell me why you think so. Because if you don't believe, we'll find somebody else. This is not, मैं घर का नहीं बोल रही हूँ. This is how it is given in Valmiki Ramayana. Even whatever I told you before about the whole Mahabharata and everything, it is all from Ved Vyasji's Mahabharata. And I love these epics because these are the case studies of the life of our ancestors. And if you have to take the right lessons from those epics, you need to know the epics for what they are. Yeah. Anyways, coming back to Ramayana. So, after everybody had agreed, after there was a consensus on the name of Sri Ram, it was declared that he will become the Raja. So, if you see from that perspective, the Raja Dashrath has made a commitment to his people. The choice is the people's. At that time, Kaikeyi reminds him that he had made one more commitment. He had given her 2 vardhans, and now she wants him to fulfill those boons. Okay? Did Dashrath do the right thing? He was committed to Kaikeyi. Now he was committed to his praja as well. Was it the right thing or the wrong thing? But he didn't know, na? So Kaikeyi asked afterwards. पहले तो नहीं था. It is not as if she had already taken a commitment. So you think he was right. Okay. What about the promise to the praja? Correct. So basically, we will be split on this.
And if I can add on another aspect to it, I'm sorry, that why should Ram obey that order? Because he is going to take up, and for that kingdom, it's good that he stays, right? Then why did he abandon that and move away to exile?
Okay.
He had that opportunity to say no.
Right. Okay. पहले दशरथ जी का देखते हैं.
Sure.
Did he do the right thing or the not? So what ma'am said was very interesting. She spoke about a hierarchy. Okay. She said, Raja pehle, pati baad mein. Now see, this situation that Dashrath is faced with is exactly the same situation with Arjun was faced with. ठीक है? Only एक war room में है, एक महल में है. What is Arjun faced with? Raj Dharma, which is ensuring that justice is established, versus family dharma. There is a family dharma, no? You don't go out killing your kutumbis. So that was, so the dilemma of Arjun is very real. And only a person who has a sense of karuna will have this question. Not without that. Also remember, when a war happens, you do not know what the outcome is going to be. It's not as if aapko kuch nahi hoga. They lost all their sons also, right? So it was a very valid dilemma. The same dilemma is also what Dashrath ji is having. There, Dashrath ji takes a call to ensure that the wife commitment is kept. Okay. And by and large, people actually say, Jaan jaye, par vachan na jaye. Because he lost his life after that, giving away, letting Sri Ram go. Now I leave it to you to decide whether he did the right thing or not. But I will tell you one thing. If you do the right thing, keeping in mind the hierarchy, the outcome, even if later, will definitely be good. But if you don't, it might be an easier decision in the short term. But you will realize in the long term what you've done. So I personally feel Dasharath did not do the right thing. But let's connect it back to what we talk about Sri Ram when he did exactly the opposite of his father. There was a praja, there was a wife. ठीक है, यहाँ पे we say अरे दशरथ जी ने खराब कर दिया. At least those who believe, I believe, right? The other side, he did exactly that. He kept the hierarchy in mind. See, all these issues now only leaders will face. If we are just followers, then nothing to, all this not to think about, right? Like Ambani and people working for Ambani in the factory of Jamnagar, right? Very different, the kind of decisions they have to take. If somebody has fallen sick in some employee's home, they can say, "Aaj chutti hai, koi aur manage kar lo, I'll go." Can Mukesh Ambani do that? Even if Akash Ambani is not well, he will still have to attend the meeting he has to attend, right? So there is a hierarchy coming with the role you play. Here, Dasharath ji took this decision, which obviously, from an organization perspective, is not right. But as I said, people take it, right? Why? Because attachment to one, attachment to the bacha, attachment to, yeah. He didn't. Okay, so he didn't. He let Kaikai do the talking. Correct. Yes. Yes. But what is the point of telling Ram? Who was the Raja and who was making the demand? Who was the decision maker? So Dasharath ji is actually saying, I will not make the decision, but you don't obey. Okay? The decision is what the decision is, because I can't say no. Now you don't obey. What does that say? But anyways, I think sometimes dharma sankats are so difficult कि हमारे लिए यहाँ बैठ के judgment pass करना is easy, yeah. But when you are in that position, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult. That is why you need the Krishna anugraha, some anugraha, believe or don't believe. You need that grace and objectivity that has developed over time with practice. How does objectivity develop? The whole Gita is on that. Yeah, your mana you have to control. Anyways. Now, why did Sri Ram accept that? See, now the question is, whose Rajya was it? Dasharath's, no? Even at that point in time. Also, was it in a situation that there is anarchy? No. What is his role? He's the son, okay? He has to obey his father. He has to obey his Raja. But the reason he decides to go, it is actually not so simplistic as people say. Because Lakshman tells him what you're asking, no, that why should you go? What is Krishna telling Arjun? कि अन्याय है, अन्याय के विरुद्ध लड़ना है. Even if it is your family member, you should fight. Lakshman tells him the same thing. He's like, why are you accepting? What if the Raja is a father or he's a Raja? The Raja is wrong, clearly, right? Because just because a woman is saying, just because of a commitment he's made to a woman, which is not even right, he is breaking the commitment to the praja and he is doing what he shouldn't be doing. Just being overpowered by the wife there. Because this is anyay, you should not accept it and you should fight. That is the Kshatriya dharma. That is what is expected of a Kshatriya, a warrior, a Raja. Okay. Sri Ram actually explains this, and again, this is so important. He says, first of all, I must obey Father, Raja, all of that. Yeah, that is one reason by itself is good enough why I should go. Second, he says, I know my father. If I don't obey right now, he will say, okay, good, because he also says that, right? Dasharath ji says, okay, that you break the don't obey and stay back. Sri Ram says, I know my father very well. For now, he will be happy. But the fact that he did not keep the promise to his wife will burn him from inside. I don't want to be responsible for that situation of his. But he says there is one more reason. And he explains his entire decision making. He says, till now, I have never done one thing that would make Kaikai Ma, that would hurt Kaikai Ma, or make her have such bhav for me that I should be hurt. I have never done anything like that. I have treated her and I have treated my mother exactly same. What is more interesting, she has also never treated me like this. She has loved me like she has loved Bharat. But today, see how her buddhi is working. She could have been happy saying, let Bharat take the Rajya, no? But she's not saying, let Bharat take the Rajya alone. She's saying, send Ram to Vanvas. She is trying her best to hurt and to hurt Sri Ram as much as she can. So Sri Ram is saying that see how her buddhi is working. It is not like her to want to hurt me, but she is wanting to hurt me, right? This situation is not making sense to me. I'm not able, it is not a justified situation. He says any such situation which happens akasmikam, suddenly he was going to be the Raja like in couple of hours, literally couple of hours, and everything has changed. Anything that happens akasmikam, ekdam suddenly, and asankalpitam, which you had not thought of and cannot make sense of. He says, in that situation, krutanta eva drashtavyam, I see a hand of destiny. Maybe there is something, so what I'm explaining is not exactly what he's saying, but what he wants to say through this is that possibly there is something else for me in store. But unless and until I accept this, I will never know what that is. And hence, I must accept it to see where my life leads me, to see how my destiny is going to unfold. Now, herein lies the very, very important motivational lesson for all of us. Many times in life, we have done all our best, right? All our best. Exactly, going back to the 5 factors. Everything has been done. And still the outcome is not as we desire. You see the autobiography of any great person, right? They would have tried their best. And suddenly, everything they had worked for collapses. But the ones who know how to handle things will not be depressed. They'll say, okay, ye darwaza band hua hai na, let me see if there is some other darwaza which has opened. You take it in your stride, because sometimes the situation is not in your control. When it is not in your control, take it as an indication of probably something else is in store for you. And we know Rama and what happens after that, right? So this is the profound wisdom which actually this episode has.